How do we multiply radical expression? Let's consider this problem. We're going to find the product of the square root of 2 and the square root of 24. Step 1. Multiply the radicand. Our radicand is 2 and 24, and that's equals to 48. Then, next step is to get the factor 48. The factor, one of the factor must have a perfect square, and thus, the factor having the perfect square is 15 and 3. Step number 2. Find the square root of 16, and the square root of 16 is equals to 4. And thus, that 4 must be outside the radical symbol. Then, copy the remaining radicand to get your final answer. Let's solve the next problem. We're going to multiply the cube root of 9 and the cube root of 3. Step number 1 is to multiply your radicand, and that's 9 times 3 is 27. Just simply copy your index. Then, since 27 is a perfect cube, let's rewrite 27 into this form. Since 3 times 3 times 3 is also equals to 27, we can write their factor into an exponential form. Right after that, cancel out the radical symbol. Then, since the index and exponent are the same, just cancel out. Write the remaining radicand, and you have your final answer. How about if we're going to find the product of the cube root of 2a squared and 4a to the fourth power? Step number 1 is to multiply your radicand. In this problem, our radicand is 2a squared and 4a raised to the fourth power. That's equals to 2 times 4, that's 8. And 8 times a, that's equals to a. And add the exponent of our variable. That's equals to 2 plus 4, that's equals to 6. Then, we're going to rewrite our result into an exponential form by finding their factor. Since 8 is a perfect cube, remember that 8 is also equivalent to 2 times 2 times 2. If we multiply these three numbers, this is equals to 8. And therefore, we can write this into this form so that we can cancel out. So, we must now cancel 3 and the exponent. Then, the remaining radicand must be 2. Then, in terms of the variable, just divide this by the index. That's equals to 6 divided by 3, that's equals to 2. And therefore, that's equals to a squared. That's your final answer. At this time, we're going to find the product of the square root of m to the fourth power, n to the fifth power, and n to the 11th power, n squared. Step number 1 is to multiply the radicand. So, that's simply m times m, that's equals to m. Then, add their exponent, that's equals to 4 plus 11, that's equals to 15. And n times n, that's also equals to n. You have to add 5 and 2, and that's equals to 7. After that, we need now to write our expression into an expanded form or simplifying factors of m to the 15th power and n to the 7th power. And before you factor that, you have also considered that the index, this result is 2, square root is 2. So, the expanded form must be divisible by 2. And thus, we have here n to the 14th power times m divided by n to the 6th power times n. Again, let's consider that the index is 2. To find their final answer, just divide the exponent and the index, that's equals to 14 divided by 2, that's equals to 7. Then 6 divided by 2, that's equals to 3. Then write the remaining radicand inside the radical symbol. And let's find the product of the square root in between 4a squared b cubed c to the fourth power and 5b cubed b to the fifth power c. Step number 1 is to multiply the radicand. So that's simply equivalent to, we have here 4 times 5, that's equals to 20. Then we have also to multiply a times a, that's equals to a. And add 2 plus 3, that's equals to 5. Next is to multiply the next variable. So that's equals to b times b, that's equals to b. And 3 plus 5, that's equals to 8. Next is to multiply c times c, that's equals to c. And 4 plus 3, that's equals to 7. Right after that, we need now to expand our result. And again, you have to consider the index, which is equals to 2, so that one of the factor of every term and a constant number must be divisible by 2 or have a perfect square. So if we write this expression in an expanded form, by getting their factors, This is equivalent to 4 times 5 times 4 raised to the 4th power times a, b to the 8th power c to the 6th power times c. And how does it comes? So simply, remember that 420 is equivalent to 4 times 5. And if you try to find 4 the square root of 4, that's equals to 2. Then, let's consider that the index is 2. To find for a, let's simply divide 4 times 2, or divide 2, that's equals to 2. Bring down a. For your b, since 8 is divisible by 2, just divide. 8 divided by 2, that's equals to 4. Bring down b. Next is to find 6 divided by 2, that's equals to 3. Bring down c. So cancelled out, cancelled out, cancelled out, and cancelled out. Then write the remaining radicand inside the radical symbol. So for our final answer, that's equals to 5ac. Have a nice day.